What could a dead white hare on the road mean? I am currently living through the channel of the goddess Hell. I visited my mum and invited her to stay with me. We were driving when I saw a white hare on the road. It was dead. Yesterday, when I came home, I saw 2 black ravens above the house. Today, a pair of falcons returned from their wintering grounds. They've lived under my roof for a long time, though during winter, when they were gone, a squirrel moved in. Please advise, what might a dead white hare mean? I haven't lived in my homeland for 20 years. Is this sign linked to the channel of the goddess Hel or Ostara? How exactly should we understand it? Well, since your question arrived right around the time of the Ostara festivity, I would probably, to a much greater extent, associate it with this celebration. Definitely Ostara. Since you no longer live in your native land, yet have remained connected to it for a long time, being deeply and spiritually attuned to the powerful forces of nature and the rich tapestry of ancient culture, as well as to the old pagan festivities, I could certainly tell you that this particular sign, which is perhaps a significant omen for you, especially when taken together with the soaring ravens you have just described, strongly suggests that absolutely everything that is occurring on this land will continue to follow the long-established traditional path, and no modern innovations, nor any new introductions or significant changes, whether they be positive or negative, threaten the place, nor the environment in which you live. Ultimately, it all depends entirely upon what you expect. Everything will be as before, following the old ways. No novelty will make its way in there. The tradition will defend itself. It will always protect its own order, even to the point of destroying what is different. And ravens. That made a symbolic appearance in your field. Clearly and strongly suggests the significant fact that tradition will defend itself by not entirely humane means. What I am trying to suggest is, perhaps it might be necessary for you to be fully prepared on this land to accept either some very strict laws that limit a specific kind of personal will, not freedom itself, but rather the liberty to express yourself. And perhaps, within this very place, within this very environment, the best piece of advice I can offer you is to exercise the utmost caution with any outwardly demonstrative display of such will. In other words, that particular sign was intended specifically for you, and only you can decide whether this tightening is helpful or restrictive for you. But your personal protection and continued safety on this land, and I emphasize it again, on the very land where you received this particular sign, will depend far more on your attentiveness to how you express your own will, precisely during this period, especially now, affecting the people around you or the system that governs this land. At this time, such liberty will be perceived as especially offensive. Therefore, you must remain as cautious as possible if you wish to continue living on this land and be successful and safe there. That is how I would interpret it. This is the very sign that has come to you. The fact that it manifested through the channel of the goddess Hel simply shows that her channel has intensified your sensitivity to such signs and allowed them to pass into your environment. In other words, this channel will continue to enable you to receive signs from the forces of nature, from other forces of a non-egregorial nature. That is, it simply helped you to receive these signs. That's how I would describe and interpret it.